I am Musa, the one who spoke to God. I stood before Pharaoh. I crossed the sea. I climbed the mountain where words were not human, but divine. Many of you know my story, but few truly understand the book that was given to me. Today, I will speak to you about the Torah and its greatest mystery.
I had a dream. Shadow of a man. Surrounded by darkness.
Someone approaches my lady. A stranger. Yet he knows your heart.
My son has returned. It's Moses.
For Jews, the Torah is not simply a religious book. It is the foundation of identity, law, and history. The Torah is believed to be the word of God given to Moses at Mount Sinai. Through it, God established a sacred covenant, a binding agreement between himself and the children of Israel.
And for this task.
So much of the Judeo-Christian religion rides on Moses. He's a founding father.
He's special. He's God's chosen prophet.
You have disturbed the order of my king.
You will never give those people their freedom.
Let them feel our displeasure.
This covenant is known as the Divine Covenant. By accepting the Torah, the children of Israel accepted responsibility to live by God's commandments and to preserve his law across generations. Obedience to the Torah is not only an act of faith, it is an act of belonging. To keep the Torah is to remain part of the covenant. The Torah is not limited to prayer or belief. It governs daily life. It includes laws about worship and rituals, family and community, justice and morality, food, time, and social behavior. These laws are known as commandments, and they shape Jewish life from birth to death. For observant Jews, the Torah is lived, not just read. Jews believe the Torah was not given only in written form. Alongside the written text, there exists the oral Torah, explanations and interpretations passed down through generations. This tradition later became the Talmud. Through interpretation, discussion, and debate, Jewish scholars sought to understand how divine law applies to real life. This is why questioning and analysis are central to Jewish religious culture.
To get free is different than what it takes to stay free.
We cannot continue down this path.
If I yield to the God of the Hebrews, the foundations crumble. We will disappear.
You were warned. He is the giver of life.
And a taker.
I have chosen you, Moses.
What the Torah really was? Glowing tablets, light descending from the sky. The Torah was not just a book. It was guidance for a broken people, a people who lived as slaves for generations, a people who forgot freedom, responsibility, and law. The Torah came to organize chaos, to teach justice before power, limits before desire, accountability before ego. It spoke to its time, but it also carried echoes meant for the future. And here lies the mystery. Ancient scroll opening, generations passing from father to son. For the children of Israel, the Torah was more than guidance. It was a covenant, a sacred agreement between God and the Israelites, descendants of Jacob. They believed that through the Torah, God chose them to carry his law, his promise, and his responsibility. Obedience was not just faith, it was identity. To follow the Torah was to belong. To preserve it was to preserve the covenant itself. And this belief shaped Jewish history, their survival, their traditions, and their sense of being chosen not for privilege, but for duty. Yet even a covenant exists within time. And this is where the deeper question begins. People wandering in the desert, arguments, fear. Does God speak blindly, or do people read blindly? Many assume divine law is frozen, as if wisdom stops moving while humanity does. But some commands were given because of who people were then, not because of what humanity was meant to stay. There were laws about slavery, not because slavery was sacred, but because it already existed. Revelation didn't glorify it. It contained it, restricted it, softened it, and quietly pushed the world toward outgrowing it. That's not contradiction. That's not weakness. That's moral progression by design. The tablets that were broken. Musa holding the tablets, then dropping them. I broke the tablets, not by accident, but by wisdom, because a law without readiness becomes a weapon. Those first tablets were perfect, too perfect for hearts still shaped by chains. So they were broken and rewritten. This is the secret many miss. Even divine law considers human capacity. The greatest mystery of the Torah is not what it says, but what it leaves unfinished. It speaks of a promised land, but not of moral completion. It gives law, but not final answers. It prepares humanity for something greater, a continuation, not a conclusion. Why later scriptures were needed. After me came prophets, warnings, corrections, and finally, a message that spoke to all humanity, not one nation. The Torah was the foundation. Those who treat it as complete miss its purpose. God does not repeat himself, he unfolds. The human struggle with change. People love certainty. They fear evolution. So they freeze texts instead of understanding them. They worship letters and forget meaning. But revelation was never meant to stop human thinking. It was meant to awaken it. A message to today: if you seek truth, do not ask only what God said. Ask why it was said, and when, and to whom. Faith without understanding becomes tradition. Tradition without wisdom becomes a prison. The mountain is still there. The silence is still loud. God still speaks, but only to those who listen beyond the words. I am Musa, and the mystery was never the Torah. The mystery was us.